culture, the knowledge and values that we get to learn from the time we were born to where we are right now. That means where you are right now and where I am right now. What brought us up, the knowledge that we have and the values, what we value the most, is what we call culture. One of the things that I'll be talking about in this video with you guys is reading culture. Why do we have a poor reading culture? That's the question that I'll be answering for you right now. I'm going to take you back, way back, to our forefathers. Our forefathers used to have a poor reading culture because the only thing that they used to read was the Bible. Another thing that is a factor here is disinterestedness of people. The disinterestedness of people also is a factor here because a lot of people are not interested in reading. That's the reason why we don't have a good reading culture. The other thing, the last one, though these aren't the only things, like the only factors that may cause people to have a poor reading culture, but specifically in Zambia, the lack of materials. Lack of materials like poor libraries and everything. They never used to have that. Henceforth, we have a poor reading culture. So, without consuming much of your time, I will jump into the importance of reading. Why do we need reading? Because if we have a good reading culture, then things that we're facing right now, things that the pandemics and everything wouldn't have been here because a lot of people would have knowledge on how to handle certain things and how to go about them with ideas from other people. So I'm going to jump into the importance of reading, or the importance of having a good reading culture. So the first thing is food for the brain. Reading is food for the brain. How is it food for the brain? Just as your body and my body need food to be performing at its peak, at its highest peak, the brain also needs reading, the things that you read, the content, the knowledge that you get from books, so that it can also be functioning at its peak. So reading is important. If you have a good reading culture, you will be feeding your brain food, good food, which is knowledge from the books. So reading is very important. We all need to be reading because it strengthens our brains. The second thing on the importance of reading is mentorship. How is mentorship a thing here? How is it falling into play in this video? It's falling into play because when we see it's really costing to afford a mentor, person who will be with you in your life as you are going through changes, or you want to, let's say, if you want to start a company, the person who will be with you, because the person who will be with you, who is a mentor. So it's really expensive to afford a mentor. But how do books, or how does having a good reading culture benefit, or how does it help you to have a mentor or mentorship? It helps you because at the end of the day, instead of you affording a mentor, you'll be reading the books. In the books, they outline the steps and that help them to succeed in life. So, meaning it will be like that person just sitting next to you or anything, telling you what to do and everything. So reading is really important. Another thing is it opens your mind. How does it open your mind? It opens your mind because as you are reading books, you get influenced, or you get to know ideas from other people. You get to have different perspectives of other people. Henceforth, it will open your mind. So reading is really important, and you should try it. The fourth thing is focus and concentration. If you wake up in the morning and you get a 20 minutes good of reading, then that means you have focus and concentration, because focus and concentration comes about when you are reading a book and you will be focusing on one thing. So it will help you if you wake up each and every day to spend some time to focus and concentrate on the content that you are reading. It can be any book, it doesn't really matter. And the last thing is it improves your memory. In the brain, there is what we call synapses. Every time you take an action, it builds synapses on top of the other. So if the brain builds synapses, meaning each and every time you read, it will build synapses and it will be actually strong because you have a strong thinking capacity, and it will improve your memory because it won't be very hard for you to be remembering what you learned or what you read in the book. Maybe you want to do something, it will be very hard for you to just go and do anything without even remembering what you are doing. You have to say yesterday or anything. So it will improve your memory. Another bonus thing that I want to share with you guys is the person who inspires me, Elon Musk, used to read a lot of books. How is he a good and rich person right now? The person that you know, a good scientist in short, because he used to read a lot of books of physics. He took his time I read somewhere where it said when he was young, he used to read about 60 books. I don't know, maybe that was a day or an hour, I don't know, I've forgotten. But he used to read 60 books. And if you calculate that to a year, that's a lot of books to read, a lot of books. And he encourages that we should all be reading books, because if we want to obtain the success that he has, we also have to be reading a lot of books. Read a lot of books. So reading is very important.